Do we need small talk to build meaningful office relationships and move up in our career? Some coworkers say they'd quit if I became their boss. Need advice. And like put the explanation, but I kind of think like, hey, they need the advice. Dudes, we're back for another edition of Steve Reads Reddits. I gotta say, this week, oh my God, I have gone down the rabbit hole. Ooh. Minus the rabbit poop. Yeah, I tried to step over that. I went down that rabbit hole of Reddit, and man, did I waste a lot of time. Oh my gosh, so much time. I don't know how you guys do it. Actually, I do know how you do it. It's addictive. It's addictive. But I did it for personal reasons, right? And professional reasons. Professional because I want to read some of these things to you. Personal for me because I'm actually fascinated that people are going down this conversation thread in a way that is super interesting and snarky. Yeah, it's really, really kind of crazy. So we're back today to read a few Reddits that I've discovered. The first one up is under Serious Conversation. Posted about 7 months ago. It was by Substantial Tale 5543. Substantial Tale, T-A-L-E. Storytellers, not chase my tail. Do we need small talk to build meaningful office relationships and move up in our career? That's my best office pose. What do you think? I'm 35 and I think I'm really good at my work. I really struggle with making small talks. I'm just reading it as it's written. For the longest time, I've tried to analyze and step up to the occasion, but always feel it is not worth it. I typically enjoy deep, meaningful conversations, and maybe that is the reason small talk does not work for me. I also think this is the reason I come across as more serious / not fun person. Parentheses, a colleague said that to me, parentheses. I have good communication skills and proficient in English, even though it is not my first language. Hey, good for you, all right. When I am out with my colleagues, I feel like an outlier, and this impacts my confidence. Totally right there with you, bro, or broette. I want to be able to succeed in my career and would hate if this is one of the reasons I don't make it. We work almost 8 hours every day, 1/3 of our life. Where did we hear this before? I said this in my past one. Yeah. And genuinely, I believe we need to enjoy the work and the environment we're in. I would appreciate some tips on how I can become better at small talks and using it to make meaningful work relationships. Parentheses, I tried ChatGPT, but not very helpful. Yeah, it's really bad at small talk. Or even just boosting my confidence. How do you just start a conversation? Question mark. When do you think it's too much or too silly a conversation? Question mark. Or is it all easy and it's all in my head? Thinking it could be that. Just saying. All right, let's just dive into a few of these comments, shall we? Let's just do it. The one that is on top, the Grand Wazoo, is posted, generally speaking, work people tend to remain as surface level friends, and as such, you will tend to stick to surface level conversations with them. Small talk has kind of been integrated into the workplace culture as something you do between bits of work. Usually simple stuff like asking what they got up to over the weekend, what they thought about a recent TV series, foods you've tried, bands you discovered. Hell, even the weather is always a safe bet. That just got upvoted by 3. This topic, not really popular, but it caught my attention, right? Small talk versus deep, meaningful conversations, as explained by no explanation, 3481. Okay, that's 100% up to how much you genuinely care about the other person's response to any talk or not. Some people feel that asking someone else, hey, how are you, is fake BS small talk. Others genuinely care about the human condition from a place of empathy. It's up to you depending on whether you care to get to know anything about someone else or not. There's a few other comments, but they all kind of like basically say the same thing. So do I feel like we are compromising our career success if we are not good at making small talk? I think people make a bigger deal out of small talk than they really need to. Small implies like kind of weak and meaningless. You have to start every conversation somewhere, right? So you have to plant your flag somewhere. So if you come in after the weekend, the natural question is, hey, how was your weekend? How did your kid's soccer tournament go? Did you do anything fun? And you're hoping by asking the question, you're expressing an interest to a colleague. That's very, very critical for success, that they might return the favor in kind and ask about your weekend, which, let's be honest, you know it. You really want them to ask about your weekend so that you can tell them this great story about the great adventure you went on, all right? Small talk sets the stage. It sets the table for deeper conversation and opportunity. I believe that small talk is essential in every environment, whether it's work environments or home environments, or out there in the wild and we're networking. Small talk is where it's at, where it starts, where it happens. I have a good friend, Patty DiNucci, that wrote an entire book on small talk. In fact, I started to write a book about small talk, but her book was so good, I went, my book sucks. And I threw it out and got rid of it. I recommend people check out her book on small talk. But small talk is the starter. It is the appetizer. It's the place that allows us to ease into the deeper water of conversation and allow us to get to know people on a deeper, more meaningful level. If you don't have any small talk, what do you have? You're only talking about your TPS reports. You're only talking about the project and the deadlines and all the stress and the frustration or the customer complaint or the issue that we got to deal with and get resolved, or just the mounting pounds of paperwork that they're throwing on top of us to get our jobs done. Those things are just work crap that nobody really wants to talk about. They really want to get to know who you are as an individual. You should want to get to know them, even if it does feel a little inauthentic sometimes. You said it. We spend a third of our waking hours at work. Why would we not want to be in an environment where we could actually start up a conversation with just about anybody that we work with on just about anything that is HR approved and appropriate, of course, right? So that is my take there. That one is a good one. This next one though, oh my gosh, this one is awesome because, quite honestly, this is kind of what I think some people thought about me when I became a boss. This is down the leadership channel, direction, whatever, conversation thread, whatever you want to call it. I'm figuring out the lingo for Reddit. I don't have it yet. I'm getting there. I don't know. Be kind. I'm still learning, right? This about now is when my kids are like, this is why we did not want you to go down the Reddit trail and record that you're going down the Reddit trail. It's okay, chill. This one is under leadership. All right, there we go. It is by Dylan JVZ. Felt like that was a reading chart there. That was kind of weird. Cover one eye and tell me what you see. What's the smallest line? Clearly I needed my glasses when I do these. But this post is titled, "Some coworkers say they'd quit if I became their boss. Need advice." And put the explanation, but I kind of think hey, they need the advice. Hey everyone, I could use some perspective. I'm currently being trained by my manager for a future leadership position. Woo-hoo! She believes I'm capable and been mentoring me to take on more responsibility. Good for you, buddy. I'm motivated. I care about the team, and I've been working on developing my skills and my presence. However, recently 2 coworkers said to me they would quit if I ever became their boss. Oh, not because they dislike me personally, but because in their words, quote, they would never take me seriously. That hit hard, right in the nose hard, yeah. I've always been the kind of person who jokes around a lot at work. Me too. I give and receive banter freely. Hey, I think I do. And I've never really set firm boundaries. Hey, if you're gonna call me a jackass for becoming your boss, that's a boundary. He didn't say that. That was me. Now I'm trying to shift, I almost said the other word, how I'm perceived, to be taken more seriously, to develop leadership presence, and to command respect without losing who I am. But clearly I have work to do. Have any of you gone through something like this? How did you earn the respect of people who saw you more as a peer or a quote-unquote jokester than as a leader? Any advice on how to set new boundaries without coming off as a fake or authoritarian? Appreciate any input. This one had 291 votes and 123 comments. Holy moly! Holy moly! Holy moly! Holy moly! That's a lot of comments. All right, let's dive in. The top comment is by Putrid Reality 7302. Where do people come up with these freaking names? Okay, I've become the boss of coworkers several times. This is absolutely the hardest thing you'll ever do as a leader. You will learn things about these people you would never could have imagined, even if you considered them good friends, especially if you considered them good friends even. Okay. You simply have to walk in the first day like you've always been in charge. I'm here. I'm ready. I've always been in charge. But you're clear with them that you are learning and will make mistakes. Let them know that you value them and their input as you all work together to be successful. There's a lot more blah, blah, blah. You can get on Reddit and find this thread. Yeah, there's a lot of words here. Well, let's go to a shorter one. This is by CLRC 01203034. I don't know. Accept the fact that you will not be liked and that you will have to make unpopular decisions, and then you will be on your own. It may be the situation at first or something that's permanent. Once you've accepted those, it becomes easier. You will have to show them that there's the colleague side of you and the leader side of you. They will need to see you to see what your manager saw in you. Start showing them you mean business, but there's the empathetic side of you. I'm just reading as it's written. Hope this helps. Good luck in your new leadership. They said toll. I think they meant roll. Apprehensive AD 5634. Okay, let them quit. Then you can hire your own staff. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What is my take on this, right? First and foremost, to me, it sounds like there's a little bit of jealousy from those coworkers who maybe haven't been earmarked for a future leadership position, which means that at some point you may have to be in one of those uncomfortable conversations. If they elect to stay, you're gonna have to not let that comment go unnoticed, which means, hey, before I became a manager, you made this comment that you'd rather quit than stay if I became your leader. Now I'm here, you're still here. We need to find a way to work together, and I need your help in order to be successful, because as a good leader, I want to surround myself with good people, and you two are great people. You are fantastic at what you do. There's that direction where you recognize all the positives that they have, you de-emphasize the negative, and you don't make such a big deal out of what they said, and try not to take it personal, even though I know you want to take it personal, because I would want to take it personal. I was like, all right, let's fire him day one. That's what I wouldn't do. That would be a bad ripple, just saying. But you do need to, the elephant in the room is the elephant in the room, right? You kind of have to deal with it, especially when it starts pooping. And when you do get promoted to that management position, I think you should take those two colleagues aside and say, hey, look, even though I have moved up a rung in the ladder, doesn't mean that I depend on you any less. I, in fact, want to do everything I can to make you even better at what you do. Not just the work product. I want to support your personal and your professional development. I want to put my best foot forward. And I know you may have some preconceived notions about whether you think I'm a bozo leader or not, but I'd ask you for a period of time to prove that I'm worthy of this position. I'm worthy of your respect. And I feel like if we both focus on doing the best job we can do and supporting one another in the best possible way, we're gonna have a successful outcome. If we don't, well, I'm staying and you're leaving, but hey, not a problem, because I'll be in that position to get your ass out of here. You don't have to threaten that. I mean, I'm halfway joking there, but you do have to set those boundaries, and boundaries are important because you are changing the dynamic of the prior relationship. You had work friends, now they're a little pissed off because you're becoming one of the bosses. You're a suit now. Yeah, you are the enemy, man. You are the enemy now, but it can still be savable. Yes, I know it hurts. Yes, I know that comment probably will never leave you. Every time you look at them, every time they open their mouth, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember what you said. Yeah, I'm gonna take this idea with a grain of salt, because you want to be gone. You said you would leave if I was here, but I'm still here. You're still taking a paycheck. So yeah, I'm thinking of you every single time. Don't hold a grudge. Don't do that. Don't do that part. Don't do that, because that would not be good. That's not good leadership. Good leadership is when you come in day one, you are a clean sheet. You are 100% able to guide and steer and write the story of what your leadership needs to look like. That might mean that some people leave. That might mean that some people need to go. That might mean that you might win some hearts and minds over by like, whoa, I thought Steve was going to be a real crappy leader, and look how he goes to the ends of the earth to help us, to protect us, to save us, to fight for those raises that they've always promised, and to get starbursts back in the break room. Look what he's doing. He lived up to everything I didn't think he could live up to. Those are your goals. That's kind of the end game. But really, you can't make somebody respect you. You just have to show up and be your authentic self and be the best possible leader you can. In my opinion, the best possible leaders are always looking out how to make their best performers better, their worst performers stronger, and those medium performers into superstars if you can. Everybody has a path. There was a reason somebody within that company hired these people, and maybe there is a reason these people have sort of a jaded view of you or the work or whatever, but it's up to you now in the leadership role to change that, to get them pointed in the right direction, moving in the direction of success, whatever that is, however that's defined by you or by your company or by the goals and ambitions that you guys have set forth as a team. But at the end of the day, you are going to be leading the charge. And they are at some point going to either have to get on the boat with you and help you row, or they are going to be left on the island where there are no real good water sources and really crappy fruit and a very, very scary tribe of head shrinkers. No, I'm just kidding. They can go work at Jack in the Box or somewhere else, right? Try not to take it personal. Don't take it into the new role with any level of resentment. Be a clean sheet. Every single day you show up as a leader is your day to write your legacy. And if you write your legacy well and you do it with consistency and authenticity, eventually that legacy becomes legend. And you will be forever known as the greatest leader to ever darken the doors of this organization. And 5 years from now, you can be sitting back, maybe at a little company event. Maybe it's the holiday party and you're just sipping on hot chocolate. As you look at the team and then you're celebrating the success, and those two people come hat in hand and they got this big old box and it's something really awesome inside, and they're giving you the gift like, thank you for not firing us for being so short-sighted and not recognizing the brilliance of your former manager, identifying the brilliance that you have today, oh boss of awesomeness. Here you go. Here's the present. And you'll open it, and you'll have a big smile on your face, and you will have won. And that is, of course, one of the goals of every leader. I'm just kidding. But I hope I answered that. This one is really fun. You could go on Reddit and read through the litany of comments back and forth. Comments on the comments. I mean, it's just fun. I'll be back again with another set of Reddits. This is so much fun to actually take a look at some of this. I didn't actually go through any snarky ones on this one. I guess, okay, let them quit, and you can hire your own staff. That was pretty good. There are a lot of people that were fired up about this. There's some good advice too, like go read the book, The First 90 Days. That's by TXG Sync. I don't know. There's just a lot on this. A lot of people very opinionated. You obviously got mine. Hope it's helpful, and maybe it sheds some light on this topic for you. I'll be back again with more Reddits very, very soon. I'm enjoying the crap out of this, I gotta be honest with you. Let me know if you are too. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, click on that little notification bell every time I make a little video. You're gonna get a little ding, 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 ding. Hey, the Ripple Man has just released something and it's gonna be awesome and you're gonna wanna go to it right now. That's not really what the bell says, but hey, if I was designing YouTube's bell and the notification process, that's exactly what I'd say. Another brilliant video by the Ripple Man is just landed. Go, stop immediately, whatever you're doing, and run as fast as you can to your browser so you can go to YouTube and you can see that video and you will be happy. And you'll learn something and maybe learn how to ripple. I don't know. But alas, YouTube has not called me for design ideas and don't expect to receive that call. But hey, phone lines are open. Call me if you want to, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Oh, one last thing. One minor thing. If you're really curious about Ripple, go to ripplecentral.com. Check out all the resources we have available, all the services and things that I do that I can provide to you, your team, your company. Be happy to talk to you about what Ripple can bring to your organization. Especially if, by the way, you got promoted and your two coworkers pretty much hate you, you're probably going to need a coach or a psychologist. Just saying. All right, Ripple on.